Okay, here we are in the front. This is the lawn that I demossed the other week. Really showing not well. There's still quite a lot of moss in here, but it's not too bad. Although there are quite a few holes. Whoops. Okay, hosta and the other hosta. Those are the two partners of the one round the back. They've done really well. There's not an awful lot of slug signs on it. There are a little bit, but not as much as I thought there would be. Probably the fact that there are so many small birds in the garden. Come around here, got a few alliums. No idea how they got here. I had no alliums planted around the front. That's my fern with lots of tiny growths for foxgloves. Some wallflowers around the front. Those ones I rescued last year from work. Hopefully they'll do well for next year as well. These are the fritillaries. Now they've put to seed. I'm hoping that they'll scatter a bit, because they were really nice, but they didn't really do an awful lot this year. Just one head per spike, but that's possibly what it is. Although this area could do with the weeding as well. Look at that, that's terrible. What size of that? Should be shot for that. Moving on. You didn't actually see that, by the way. That didn't exist. Again, some more small growths and some larger growths of foxgloves. Wallflower there. Yeah, there should be a couple of other wallflowers, but I think they must have died earlier on when we had that frost late on. Perennial geranium. Husheras again. Aren't they doing well? Oh, there we go. On the geranium. Gonna be there. Oh, he's gone. Husheras is doing really well. Another perennial geranium. I should put on some weight next year. My boxes. In there is a blackbird nest, so I'm not cutting it back until later on. Another perennial geranium with another bee. You see that buzzing around? Yep, and he's gone now. Probably because the ice cream man's turned up. More daffies finishing off. Here we go. Didn't expect this at all. This is my hydrangea. This was a rescue from work last year. Somebody had just thrown it out, bare root and all, and it was like really, really bad, down to dry wood, which is probably why it survived now. It's got flowers on. This is a native hydrangea. So I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what colour the flowers will be. It's a mystery. Okay, here we go. More daffies finishing. Another Hushera, really well. And my rose, very pleased with this. For the past 10 years, I've been suffering with black spot. And this year, after pruning it very hard last year, I don't seem to be suffering anything. Although I have got a couple of these leaves, and I'm not sure what that is. Can you see that? It's all curled in places. It's only a couple of leaves on it. Not many at all. I've got a few buds opening now, but they're literally like they must have opened yesterday. Bit worried, not sure what that is. Oh no, it wipes off. It's probably just dust or something. Lots of new flowers there. Loads of buds. Got some high hopes this year for this. I have been spraying it for black spot just in case. It doesn't seem to have done it any damage. So I'm not worried about that. More daffies. The Euronymous I trimmed back. Some sage and the daffies that are finishing. Photinia. Leaf mould. I've been told that one of the things you can do is when you trim, just pile up the leaves underneath, and it's good for insects and it's good for allow them to rot down. So I'm trying it this year. Never done it before. Looks bloody awful, I've got to say. Not happy about that. But if it works for the animals, then I'll do it. But not convinced so far. Osteospermum there. That'll be doing well. My ivy, I don't expect flowers from it this year, even though the bees will probably love that. Not worried at all. Cineraria, growing well. Already got flower buds there, so I'm hoping for some nice flowers. Bees seem to love that a lot. And hoverflies. It calls in a lot of hoverflies too. This was the winter jasmine from last year. When it finished flowering earlier on this year, I hacked the whole lot back. I've been making the joke on my blog that hacking back seems to have been this year's thing, and it's proving to be a winner, because we've already got loads of new growth, and winter jasmine only flowers on new growth, so I'm expecting quite a lot this year. However, expecting doesn't mean getting. Another osteospermum with some more, with another fritillary. Loads of flower seeds on these, but none of them seems to be leaving the seed head, so I don't know whether or not that's something that happens later. More grasses that needs to get cut back. Another fennel. This was the one that's always done well. I don't know why. Probably because the wind generally comes from this direction, so the wall probably protects it. Whereas in the back, if you notice that the wind will actually blow straight into there. The wind was actually why I put that hedge up. So I don't know. It could be that that's really, really protected from the wind, but it gets sun all day. So that's probably why that does really well, but none of the others do. Rosemary. Loads of flowers on this. The bees loved it earlier on in the year. It's coming to the end of it now because all these are dead flowers, so it did well for the time it was here, but I think it's finishing. That'll need a trim back soon, and my kitchen needs restocking. Echinacea. This was from Bloomin Bootiful. Hopefully that'll grow up and it'll spread out a little bit, because I actually want to trim back this rosemary. I want to trim it back a bit more this way and get that to grow up. My other cineraria, the second of the ones I'm going to keep. This one is going to stay. It's always done really well, this one. Loads of flower spikes on it, although I wish that wouldn't grow over it. My Ceanothus with a bee. There we go. He's a big bugger. Not sure what kind of bee he is. He's got no banding on him, just a black bum. Can you see that? He's gone. Oh, there he is. He's on my arm. Yeah, he's got no colouring on him except for a white bum. He might be a cuckoo. Not sure about that. I wouldn't mind getting an ID from that, so we can get a close-up of him. Yeah, I'm not sure what he is, but oh, there we go. Oh, that was stupid, wasn't it? But yeah, black body no with a white bum. There's another one there. Oh, he's gone. Never mind. See you nothing. Really, again, this was one of the ones that I trimmed back hard last year. And this year has absolutely flowered well. Look at that. Not bad, eh? Okay, down to another perennial geranium with a heavy dusting of Ceanothus pods. Poor sod. Got a gap there. Gonna have to put something in it. Not sure what it is. Euronymous, that got a trim the other week. Not bad at all. That'll even out in a bit. Bedding plants. Got a nice bellis there that's actually quite nice. I've always liked these. Lots of little tufty flowers. That was another black barlow that I got from Bloomin Bootiful. The third of the black barlows has been given away to somebody else. And that's the third Coreopsis. That was 2 years ago. 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 splitting from the other two. Only one of them actually does well. This one, again, doesn't do well at all. Only 3 spikes there. Terrible. Need to work out why that's so bad. This is my other rose. This should be a white one. Again, a one that I used to have a lot of problems with, black spot. I took it right back to nothing last year, and it's done quite well. Got a few flower spikes on there, a few buds. So I might well get some showing it. Oh, and there is, I don't know if you can see that, if I can get it to focus on it. Loads of just eggs on it, and I'm not sure what they are. I don't know. Answers on a postcard, please, ladies and gentlemen. Again, some Obrisha, they're finishing, and a Hebe that has never done anything other than put on weight. That's it. And that's my front garden. I'm actually planning on, if I back up, you might be able to see it. I've got a big open space. That's for sure. Big open space there. What I might do is turn a lot of that into a wild out flower area. So I'll cut down the back. I'll cut a big semicircle around the front. Because in there's a load of, what do you call them? Crocuses. So I might turn the entire area into a wildflower area and just let it go. Cut all around it, but let that bit go. Maybe throw in some wildflower seeds. That might be an idea. Don't know, I have to look into that. But I think probably the best thing for me to do would be to scrape the top grassy bit off and throw in wildflower seeds. So literally, I just cut around the bed. And that's that. I'm back down to the veg plot now. So that's it. I've just been passed by another bee. So that's it. Thank you guys. See you later.